Like, I'm your savior, I'm your ally. I'm gonna get like these kids when they're young, these gay kids, these boys that like other boys, and I'm going to simply get into their mind. Oh, how do you know you're not just a woman in a male's body? You know what I mean? And then I convince that what would be a gay kid to now he's going to chemically castrate himself, and then after that he's going to go to surgery. And then I've linked all the sources in the back as well, gentlemen. Like the study done with 107,000, where the surgery is like clearly a worse mental health outcome, which just pushes them off the cliff. You know what I mean? So as a homophobe, this is what I would be pushing. This is what I want.
Even though that's not true, actually. I would like to ask a question
Well,
to the both of you.
What was false?
Actually.
What did I say that was false?
Okay.
What did I say that was
Double
false?
path standards. First of all, do not advocate for bottom surgery among children. Being gay doesn't mean that you're trans.
Those are
nice. Stop interrupting, please. Okay, let's be respectful here. Okay,
Alex, go ahead. Alex, go ahead.
Anybody on the opposition side point to any peer-reviewed evidence that shows trans inclusion erases gay and lesbian identities?
Yes, I just explained it.
You did not explain it, actually. What you said is
literally.
No, he actually did not.
That's what I'm saying, Dan. One equals.
Okay, if you're saying, okay, you've got to be honest with what it is that you're saying, and let's be very clear. In your opening statement, you tried to rubbish the idea, and when you finished your opening statement, actually, you tried to rubbish the idea and say that it's somehow bad that we want to be clear about what definitions are. You said they want to take us down this wild rabbit hole of definitions. You're the side that seems to think that being clear and having some kind of clarity about definitions is a bad thing. I wonder why that fucking is.
And what does that have to do with the actual topic at hand? See, right now, what you're doing
because
right
what
now
you said, what you did, the question you just asked, you asked the question, and you answer it.
No, Damon, you like to interrupt all the time, and that's one thing you need to get a hold of.
You literally asked the question, bro.
Okay, no, sir. You need to understand something. I asked a very specific question, and right now you are stalling because you do not actually have the answer to this question.
I'm not stalling. I'm not stalling.
Because you have no peer-reviewed studies. Because
you want to let me answer it then?
No. Is there a
do you want to let me answer it?
Okay, so really quick, Alex,
can we go to a clock? Can we go to a clock? Because like that's objective. Yeah, a clock is objective.
Yeah, we'll do that. Alex, look, let's start with Alex. Go ahead and ask your question, and then we're gonna give Damon a nice solid 2 minutes to answer through that, and then we can move on with the opening. How's that sound?
Yeah, sure. Does he have a peer-reviewed evidence study that proves that trans inclusion or ideology erases gay and lesbian identities? Yes or no?
Okay, Damon, you can go ahead.
There's no such study that's been done, to the best of my knowledge. And even if somebody wanted to do it, it never even would have been verified. It wouldn't have been allowed by the ethics committee. No ethics committee would allow such a study.
Okay.
On the face of it, it would be called either transphobic or homophobic, if you think about it logically. But if you want a logical answer, it's very simple that it does. You need to understand what you mean when you say the gay identity. If you're trying to say that trans inclusion jeopardizes gay people or their identity, you need to say, well, what does that include? What is part of their identity? Part of it would be their freedoms and liberties. And yes, their inclusion would take away their freedoms and liberties, because by doing so, you're going to have, just look at hate speech laws that have been put forward to protect the trans people. Look at those hate speech laws, okay? If you're going to say that you have a space that's being given for lesbian women, or a space that's allocated for gay men, and then all of a sudden you put somebody there who says, I identify as gay or I identify as lesbian, and actually they're a biological male going into a lesbian space, or a biological female going into a men's space, a gay space, you're going to have those people who are going to suddenly think, hang on a second, no, I don't want to suck on your mangina. I don't want to blow you when you don't have a real penis. Well, dude, what do you think I'm talking about? You're going to have people who are interacting with lesbians, or who are no, just don't interrupt. Okay, you're asking what I'm talking about. I'm explaining to you. So you're going to say that these people who go into opposite sex spaces among people who have a same sex attraction by definition, and then the minute they're rejected, they're going to weaponize those laws, those protections that they have, and they're going to say these people are transphobic. These people are transphobic, and that has been happening. And it's documented that that's been happening. So if you guys are going to deny that, you genuinely are the reality deniers that we said you are. Now go ahead.
Okay, First Amender, I'm going to give you the clock as well. You got 2:15. Go ahead.
Trans affirming care isn't turning anyone into something they aren't. It's just about helping people live as who they already are. Sexual orientation, being gay, straight, bi, whatever,